Did I had to reinstall OBS 2.28, but it works now. Yeah, get the hey, your shit's too bougie for us anymore. You gotta get new hardware for our software to work with your hardware. Or I can use your old stuff, but that's probably, the whole reason for letting us access to their older stuff. Oh, so don't be a dick about it. Yeah, but be a little bit of a dick about it because it continues to go along with the Windows 11 shutting out people. Because like in 3 years or whenever the fuck Windows decides to make 2 more Windows, they will not support any of these Windows versions that aren't Windows 11 anymore. So you will have new hardware, or you will have unsupported, which won't work for your businesses, and they'll force you to pay more money that way again. Like one of these issues with the alleged father showed me that you never win. So fuck it, just like why? Like so you got to do something different, and the only way to win is to not play. Unless you can divide all this stuff out to where I'm gonna have a space to live and stay whenever I'm working and doing my part, then I can't do my part. I can't do a little bit for somebody to try to hold, or to try to go and learn and do more, so I can learn and do more, or I can eventually learn and do more for that person. Or fuck you. I mean, I was doing fine. Keep adding one more task. Fuck, and what? Fix that shit. I need to go back and fix some shit, or if there really isn't a redo button, or if this really has been a simple, just fucking waste of my fucking life, it's why I need to explain some shit better, and not make me pay for it either. That's fucking such a racket too. Hey, we're gonna kick you out of this nice little warm spot you've been in for 9 months. Don't worry. It's not going to get better. But hey, we're going to take that first memory out, so that way the first memory you have isn't your mom's pussy. You're welcome. Yeah, some people don't have that luxury, but yeah, we don't look that far, thankfully. We've got some of those early memories. I can remember when our umbilical cord was... No, it wasn't your umbilical cord. What was it then? I don't know. You have this... Yeah, so you need to explain, like, why didn't you ever go over this stuff with us? Or you did, gross, you should, this isn't what you're trying to record and put out for the world. Well, kind of not, because what, you're trying to not be negative, and you mostly did kind of decent. You're still you haven't done anything to be, what's the next step? Yeah, accurate census and adequate zoning. Adequate census and accurate zoning. Yeah, they're interchangeable, but adequate. You gotta, this human trafficking bullshit, you've been so you let one cockroach go by, and you decide, I'll catch it next time. Well, then you see 2 cockroaches go by the next day. Well, that means your problem's now, it's not 2 times as bigger, it's like 12 times. If you would catch the first cockroach dragging their trails, and you could have showed that, like, basically that's them being that's their olive branch. Like, hey, we're letting you decide where we need to be living, because we do need a place to live, and we would like to spend our time near you and try to figure out how we can benefit each other. They're so pretty, and I feel so bad when I throw them outside, because I'm separating their family, I mean, I'm hoping that they're probably pretty smart and can hear each other pretty fine over distances. So I mean, small terrarium, right? Isn't it fumma? A small terrarium. Isn't it fumma? Isn't it fumma? Yeah. It could probably be some sort of pretty beneficial composting system involving a terrarium where you put your internal creatures. Some of them you probably end up don't want to put in there. There's probably, hey, you put these in here, you put these on your tree, or you put these on a bush, you put these in the along the like in the flower garden, like it's a different plot. But here we're gonna charge you for it. No, that's the problem. Stop doing that bullshit. If it's necessary, it shouldn't cost anything. It shouldn't be like the whole no cost thing. That's not free. No, fuck it. If it's necessary, it's free, fuckers. Like this government is 250 fucking years old. I'm 40. When two people are acting childish, the one who is older is acting more fucking childish. It's an requirement. Do better. He says before what? It's a different quoi. It is not fair. This is not illegal. So fuck you. But it does give people an excuse because he's only saying that because he's vaping or because he's using something or whatever. But no, that particular vaping cartridge is not. It's not tobacco though, for certain. Delta 8. Hilarity. It's the exact same thing, from my understanding, as high fructose corn syrup versus corn syrup. Not the exact same thing, but I don't know if it comes from. So you need to talk to people a bit more because they'll probably know since they're selling it. Maybe interesting because then what? Yeah, I don't like looking up shit online because what? There's no. Okay, so let's see, Trojan, how do you explain Trojan? Okay, so I've got a schizophrenia diagnosis, and I've also dealt with Trojan viruses before. If your internet is like, there's no guarantee that you're connected to Windows directly, or like you're using Windows. Generally, you might be using a version of somebody's version of Windows that looks enough like Windows to even fool Windows. I think that's one of the big reasons why Apple or iOS, whatever, doesn't use SD cards, is because they say it's so much easier to hack things with one. That also seems like incorrect. Like that's just them being dicks about getting the sheet to the only difference in one of their versions of the features is this memory capacity. You gotta not take part in that. Like it's all wrong. Even the bigger one capacity is still too small, and you know it's too small because it's. Sorry, yeah, because there's so much left to try. This different quad. Okay, so the goal of this recording was to record some sounds. And then I'll listen to me listening to those, or then I'll record me listening to those sounds, and we'll see which of them cause new sounds to express them, or arise. The goal continues to be to make new sounds. As bridge them to older sounds. It's different what in it no more and you don't want from us and then the qua from and that's the from us net to the qua it's not from what to the qua it's not from what and then from what it's the qua it from what it's to qua It's the little corn. I can't. It's from quoi. Sorry, I was calling us. I'm trying to figure out the show that I saw something that sounds like the. It's from what. We didn't have it back then. Yeah, you did though, but you had it partitioned off, and then because for some reason, all these people were separated from these people. The whole thing was supposed to be but it was stupid. Like all it was for getting the people. Yeah, it wasn't like we were. Sorry, I changed schools in second grade, or moved in second grade, changed schools in third grade. Moved at the end of second grade. Started the school year in third grade at the one school. Switched in October to the other. It was not adequate. Everything was about 5 years behind what we were doing. Not everything, but most of the things seemed to have been. Not everything. Okay, because yeah, you were having the. Ugh. Everything. Ugh, it was less. Cause yeah, you went from multiple schools in a city to a single K through 12. Bulldoze that shit. Either bulldoze it or fund it, because they don't have enough money to have but then they don't have enough people to do it. So there's no. Yeah, that's the whole point of capitalism. You make your business. Yeah, but it's simple. Cool. Eventually, you got to decide. Hey, my product isn't that much better than this other person's, and that person needs to feed their family too. In this method, this isn't going to work out for either of us. We're both going to be hungry. I might get their shit for a few bucks, but then they're going to close. But then they've already been doing it so long. They're probably going to have other ideas. They're going to succeed, but then I'm going to crash because everybody's going to actually realize that they're dicks for making that other person to change their shit. But sometimes things work out to where the person ends up owning everything and everyone. But is that really working out? It can't be too bad if you're being able to make this recording in such a place, right? Lucky my camera zoom doesn't show you the details, motherfucker. You gotta earn your shit. I've been earning my shit by putting up with you piece of shit. You're one of the motherfuckers that will play these video games thinking that, my shit, if I get my shit right in this game and anybody does anything wrong, I'm gonna just roast their ass. These motherfuckers hold me down. No, you're the problem. Because you think your way is working, but you're a piece of shit and you don't realize it. You beat everybody. Everybody's so scared to even fucking do the wrong thing because you're going to hurt them. Or try to, at least. Pussy ass bitch! So you are still a bit upset with that fucking neighbor. Yeah, because the little bitch ain't even fucking came to apologize. Motherfucker could have knocked on the door and said, hey, you want to talk about some shit? I'd say, fucking ready, motherfucker. If you can do it without, fucking trying to hurt somebody for having different fucking opinions of when to be fucking loud or not be loud, shit. I tell you I've been fucking courteous. Fucking tell you I've been courteous, and you what? Yeah, it's no quoi, so don't be that upset, because again, your septum may or may not be better off for it. So chill. It's fucking fine. Why is the swearing though? Fuck, it, you fuck. Because what? It's still fine too, even if you don't generally like to hear it, but sometimes you you end up telling people all these. Glad we didn't run the shower to warm the water because we had been stuck for. You got to be there to make the recording. So it's not so much that you're stuck there. It's not schizophrenia. It's schizoaffective issues, certainly, and there's symptoms that mimic it for sure. But it's all pretend. It's all fucking. This is their coping mechanisms for. You want to slow them down to so they can catch up to you. because you think you're so much faster than them because it's been working for you. You need to have taken better notes. Is all. They're not taking. It's because they're remembering them. They've got copies of, like, anytime they meet somebody, we're slowly making a copy of them. I can't understand people very well for the first few times I talk to them because they don't exist to me. There's no space in there for them to exist. I'm not your fucking God. They don't have to exist in my head. I'm my own. I'm up to my, like, it's up to me to make my own. Like, I'm trying to stay out of y'all's way. And you're like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's not your business. Blah, 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 blah. Do better. Stay out of our business. Blah, 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 blah. This is our business. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's everybody's business that can hear it. Anybody can hear your business is part of your business. It's fucking, that's part of the fucking business. Welcome to garbage America. Fucking horrible, because it's not that bad, but it ain't good. Like, everybody's so fucking, if I lose my insurance, so I can't take my kid to the doctor, it's only a rash, it'll probably go away on its own. Oh shit, the other one's got a rash now too. Fuck, but it's okay if we just. What are you doing in there? I don't know. About to flush. One moment, please. Breathe. Only breathe. Because just isn't used in such a way. Only breathe justly. Breathe just. That could work, and it's also the same. It's from what? It's in quad, correcting your the way music's been breaking your bitch's brains. Because instead of look up the word that rhymes, you decide to make up a word that sounds pretty, but ultimately makes your kids dumber for it. Because you are a bad person for allowing it. Not only you're making money. Sorry, you're not the bad person. You're the fucking the wage slave. I'm sorry, I am too. But to be fair, I'm much worse than you because my wages come from you. So anything that you earn is going into a pot that ends up, like the yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to do better because 15 years of this shit. I've been wasting 10 grand a year for 15 years. Now it's up to 12 grand, but it started off at 750, 750 times 2, times 12. 7,500, 750 times 2 is 1,500, so 9,000 a year. So, and it's gone up to, it was a bit under 10 grand a year for first 5 years or so, I think. It had some apartments that were mostly tolerable. One place I stayed at, I was leaving in my boxers and riding in my car to go to McDonald's. I was minding, I don't know why I upset this person, but rather than tell me immediately when someone complained, they stacked up these complaints against me and then waited until there was a problem to get rid of me. Bitch could have done better. I mean, we could have been getting laid if she would have knocked on my door, but I think that was probably part of the issue, is like she didn't know what the fuck was going on, and rather than talk to me about things, knew that neither of us, like, we were, yeah, that's fine. Everybody's lonely, everybody wants to be getting laid. And so then, like, what, rather than be judged by your God for it, get a vasectomy. Obviously, ladies, you can't, but then you shouldn't need to. Guys should be able to volunteer for such things after puberty. Especially such guys that want to. Like, these people that say, hey, no, you gotta be... No, all that's doing is making it easy for your enemy to outbreed you. Fuck them. They are not trying to help you at all. Like, 1 out of 5 people is there to actively hurt you. 4 out of 5 people aren't there to help you. That's not even that jaded anymore. They can't help you. They can't make enough money. Like, they can, like somebody says, homeless, anything helps. I get pissed off when somebody asks me for a cigarette. Because, like, you motherfucker could have asked me for a house to grow your own fucking tobacco. And you're asking for a piece of shit poison stick. Let me tell you my story, motherfucker. I smoked tobacco for 12 years so I could get rid of asthma. My body was damaged. I knew it was damaged, but it didn't know it was damaged, so I needed to damage it more. I did so. I got a great voice, right? You know, I mean, fucking pretty nice. If only we could actually give it something to say, then it'd be a pretty great voice. So I got a good voice. And then great lung capacity. Seasonal changes. My asthma comes back pretty good. I don't currently have any sort of rescue item whatsoever right now. Caffeine, I guess, kind of, but I think that might specifically be coffee. I don't know, maybe not. Caffeine is it seems legit. I mean, tobacco was a upper, and it's also a vasodilator, so caffeine's probably likely doing the similar. It's from quad. It's qua. I did get I used up an inhaler a few months ago when I had used. Let's see, there was some point I was using something like even the vape pens. I've got to use them on the low setting. If I go up any higher, I'm trying that at least. 3 to 4 cartridges in, I was starting to get asthmatic symptoms, but I was also using the battery on the higher settings, which I'm assuming makes it more higher heat, and you might not can feel that, but all this starts to feel it probably, or it could have been the quantity as well too, like when you're smoking tobacco, it's a vasodilator. It's making that stuff have the room to contain the damage. It's also causing that stuff. That's why if you stop smoking and you have breathing issues, it is time to fucking stop smoking. It's actually, you don't have to stop, sorry. It's time to pause smoking for at least 6 months. For drinking, if you produce a noticeable, like, smells like juicy fruit. Maybe not like quite juicy fruit, but like there's a hand sanitizer that's got this kind of a really, really awkward scent. Like generally they've always smelled like alcohol to me, but then some of the newer ones have smelled like, wow, like holy shit, I can't, it smells like cirrhosis, like specifically like cirrhosis. Like I don't know how to describe the scent, you know, it's just fucking juicy fruit breath is what it's just like if you've been eating a lot of like the gummy sours and something similar to that, maybe with a little bit twang of like the alcohol scent, like somebody, because somebody's been drinking, like you can smell some alcohol. Well, it doesn't have, no, you dumbass, it does. You can't smell it, you know, but it does. Vodka tampons, right? Some people say that's a way to not breathe that stuff, but then your body exudes alcohol through with the lungs, so that's also not going to work for you. This is probably going to get marked as an adult. Oh, yeah, you should probably, yeah, okay, because generally you don't. I would talk to my kid this way. That's why, like, isn't equal. I mean, that's the whole fucking point. Can't speak as an equal, why? Well, you gotta speak on a higher. No, you don't. That bitch went to school. They did their shit. Great for them. I could do that too. Put me through school. No, you gotta earn it. Fuck you. That piece of shit is not good for it. You're not better off for having burned yourself out and kept going. All you are is empty. I don't want to be like that. That's gross. De quoi est ne de moi, est ne de quoi, est ne fou moi ne de quoi. It's ne fou again. Hey, here's you an example. Look at a housefly. Before you decide to kill that fucking non-human that you care so little about, or you think you care so little about, I was lucky. Whenever I burned a couple of ants with a magnifying glass, but then I was able to smell some of it, and it smelled wrong. I don't know how to describe it other than it smelled wrong, and so I was like, we can do something different. There's no reason not to. There was literally anything else to use the magnifying lens on, but then I was like, there's really not. I mean, because it's all permanent. Like it's the smell of permanently destroying things. If you don't know what you need to destroy, why? Because you're not. It's probably a lot difficult to bring it back, especially like even these non-living things. These you want to destroy something and then get it all like refurbish it. Okay, that's probably the easiest thing to do. But then some people, they want to destroy it, send it through a landfill, and then fish, like, have somebody in 2 million years find the parts or mine those parts up again and restart the whole fucking. But then there's also some things you press it down, you make new substances. Woo, fun stuff like that. I don't fucking know like that. Why don't they? You shouldn't withhold education as punishment for people, especially or the current trend with this kid's gonna get tried as an adult. That is so backwards. Like, that shows you how backwards making the business out of justice is. We're gonna make as much profit as we can by making as much things wrong as possible. Yes, but how do you consider that a win? I mean, all you've done is you ignoring ignorance. I mean, they're pretty similar for a reason, right? Yeah, you wouldn't know that because you know too much because you went to school and good for you. You work those 60 hours a week and 80 hours a week, and you don't really. Do you ever look back and see the neglect that you or have you been able to make sure? Hey, if you're able to work those 80 hours for like 10 years of your kid's life and then make up for it, cool. But if you end up having so many that you have to section off like who gets the right amount of time then yeah, you should get help. You should say, hey, why aren't we raising these things differently? Like, we send these to a like it's fucking dumb. Everybody grow, like, the bullies never go away. All they do is become your bosses. It's so gross. It's so fucking gross. Some of them probably aren't bad when so long as they're accounted for. It's that anonymity. No, anonymity. It's the anonymity. Okay, it is the anonymity. It's the anonymousness of. Yeah, the internet is great. Like, I loved that I can talk to somebody without them being able to get close enough to where something can accidentally, he hit me, things got heated and they started hitting me. No, fuck you. You're an instigator, you're not a debater. Internet, everybody, blocked. Okay, cool. That's wow. That should be the extent of it, of course, but then there's still some people that like IP, gonna find out if we can find out some other games this person plays, blah 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 blah. Whatever. That's way above and beyond. Or the whole report this person. Okay, whenever somebody types that, I say, hey, you should report yourself. Well, no, I type, I'm going to report you for harassing an ally because I don't know them, I don't know you. But I do know you're their ally. And I do know you typed to an enemy to harass your ally. Gross. But yeah, do the report yourself, and then the problem's you're not handled, but it'll. Because some of them say, I got reported for AFK in a game. Because I can type a lot more than this person, and rather than mute me, or rather than not go in whenever I sit there and talk for, like, I'm going to type for 5 to 10 seconds, so you better not go in on the team, because I'm not going to, like, I am not doing anything until you see some words appear. As soon as you see those words appear, I'll be ready to go. That's how you fucking can time this shit. But Riot decided that, no, that's not really the right way to do things. We need to ban you, or we need to mute you for 3 days. We also need to reset your honor, because they don't really give a fuck about any of it except actually resetting my earned progress for the free-to-play stuff, because that's fucking elite. Like, I paid $3,000 into that game. They don't need any more of my money. If a video game needs more than $3,000 of a single person's money, they should probably have, I don't know, gone into landscaping so they can cut weeds instead of pull them. Add gardening. But then again, servers cost money, and hopefully if it keeps them running for like as long as they're making use of that $3,000. But then when they start they charge for stats. That's horrible. It's to show stats to people, but it is to chart, like, to keep track of them to begin with. Your stats don't start stacking until you buy them, or until you purchase. Yeah. so much. You gotta listen to it. C'est vraiment quoi d'étudier quoi? Aucun de from étudier from moi. It's never going to go. So it gets exponentially longer because I'm gonna listen to it, and then I'm gonna listen to it, and then I'm gonna listen to that, and then I'm gonna listen to that, and it's it's enough from moi to teach how to teach Google not to restrict memory storage, fix the problem that it had in not giving the service to people anymore. There was no issue with your service to the commoner people. There was an issue with some people misusing the service, and so rather than fixing the issue with them, saying, hey, some of this shit needs to be, you shouldn't be around people. You know, okay, so prisons. If prisons were humane, they wouldn't be segregated. They wouldn't be segregated by gender, or they would be yeah, they would, like the whole intake assessment process. Yeah, you'd be getting a vasectomy and be bunking up with some lady. But then the issue with that is there'd still be births occurring because people are smart. They're gonna know you can take the syringe and refortify your non-alcoholic beverages with your instructions. I mean, not for many years, I guess. I mean, they're gonna get by with, hey, we're gonna reverse it. That's the only way. Fucking stupid, though. Really? I mean, really? Like, you pay people so much money, and that's what they come up with. This is the only way. This fucking 15 grand procedure. No, it's a syringe and a condom. That's all you need to bypass a vasectomy each time. Fucking done. I mean, you'd have to probably get some practice in, but hey, you know, like, you give the green light to somebody to practice with their body parts, they're gonna be fine with it for the most part. They're gonna want to probably figure out something with the numbing. The first step would want to be some numbing issues, but then it may cause the sperm to go slower to, like, so the bypass the vasectomy process will also work for males that have a low sperm count, because they can refortify, like they can add more instructions to the current amount of instructions they're already providing. If they're slow, so yeah, if they're slow, why not add a little bit of some fucking Gatorade to the mix? I mean, not a lot, but like one little fucking, like, you know, one granule of Gatorade or sugar, probably doesn't have to be, one granule of fucking actual just basic sugar, like dissolved into your semen, is gonna make your shit have more energy, access to it. It's like giving your sperm an SSRI, because instead of having not access to the stuff, giving it stuff to go, it's going to have more access to it. That's one way. That's not going to fix all the ways that would slow down sperm. Some of your sperm might have smaller tails, and or you know, they got the wire. I don't fucking know. I mean, but I can tell you some of the obvious fixes for them. Of course, they're going to be the least profitable fixes. I mean, least profitable, but sometimes. But that's not. That's what freaks people out, right? Because it's written that there's no more profitable people. Yeah, but then why are you all so hung up on being profitable if there's no more profits? Yeah. I got upset, or I've been because they asked what your religion is. Well, I don't know, but everybody's their own God. What? They didn't ask for clarification. They put down he thinks he's God. Because cha-ching, schizophrenia. Like, because they ask, like, do you hear things others don't? So you ask in your head, do you hear me asking myself this? Or, you know, like when you put your clothes on, do I want to wear the orange shirt or the white shirt? Which one's clean? That's this. I'm actually putting. There's the usual hanging clothes aren't there because it's laundry day. It was laundry day 2 days ago. Got to sit specifically in ways the body does not ever touch itself. That's why in winter I'm much more personable, because I can wear clothes and it's much easier to sleep. In the summer, if it's I get the fucking light things that braid, or it's, your dead skin cells help worm its way into your skin. Traders, fucking. But that's the okay. So biology, so much biology that we get to learn. Sometimes you get to dissect things in biology. The study of life is not studying dead things. That's necrology. Call it what it is. Oh, but then we might get tried for witches. That's part of the issue. Grow the fuck up. You need to stop. You need to apologize to those families for killing those bitches because they weren't witches. Even those dogs that also bitches weren't witches. Wait, that's what I was referring to by bitches, not the women. Oh, fancy. Okay, yeah, nice. Okay, so the bitches were the dogs that were hung during the witch trials. The ladies weren't witches. They were fucking. Some little piece of shit got caught getting out, like sneaking out, and instead of trying to get beat, they like say, well, they must have put a spell on me. That is, I guarantee you, that is one of the three real reasons for that bullshit. I got lucky once and had a car crash on my way to go get a girl pregnant. The intent wasn't to get her pregnant, the intent was to get laid. But I also realized that there is so much more fanfare that was going on that I wasn't aware of. Like, I was told that, hey, this is the correct order of things. If you find a female, you get to screw. Eventually, or something. I don't know. All I know is that there was also some jealousy things. I had to end up breaking up with the person because I didn't know how to tell them, hey, I'm worried for your ex because you're nice to their family, and I don't know how to, like, that's fucking up my head. Because it's so awesome for one thing, but I'm not handling it. Like, I ended up finding this pistol case in my closet. My bedroom at that time was the add-on to this house, which had the water heater closet, and so some of the stuff. Well, I had found this gun at one point. It comes to be known, the alleged father would go in and check periodically to tell when I've gone through something or not, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, they didn't ever talk to me about anything. Yeah, I guess they left it up to me to go talk to them about something, but I'm not going to do that. They're stupid. They're abusive. They're fucking horrible. They're just, goddamn, they're not a good role model. And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being honest. That's the whole, you're being no. You, hey, don't exacerbate your children, motherfucker. Okay, so don't say motherfucker, because that is starting to get disrespectful. At that point, though, it's not. It is. It's enough. We are going to reflect what you give back or what you put out. Like, there's no fucking all this whole like you got to learn yourself. Well, we got to fix all these reflections first because y'all been gazing at us, trying to watch us fuck up for so long that y'all ain't see that we've been trying to help you so much. Obviously, there's something wrong with your diet because I mean, if you can't be happy all the time and moving and stuff. Somewhat, I mean, I could probably use a bit more meat on my bones, but that would come with a correct diet from education. Instead of, hey, if we don't tell this person their allergies are going to cause problems right now, then we're going to have to make them earn this later on, and that's going to require them to earn it, and they got to, make some money and earn. No, if you can't teach a person how to live and exist, like have a decent, like, you don't, like. You're gross. You weren't. Don't you understand? Like all the any good that anybody's ever done for me is nullified because it's never been. There's never been it's been the bare minimum, the fucking barest minimum to get you to. It's the pay to play video games. Some of them, the League of Legends is kind of cool. For the most part, I will trash talk about the whole Eternals bullshit. You shouldn't. The Eternals, horrible assholes. I mean, whoever decided, hey, this is a good idea. I mean, hey, it's made you some money, but you've also been taking that money unnecessarily. You don't need that fucking much money that way. If you do, you need better accountants. Your accountants are taking too much money of your profit from you. There's a lot of Americans, their hospitals, they say, hey, the more money you make, the more money we make. And the same with lawyers. And everybody should be their own accountant. Like, that accounting shouldn't be an elective. We had a government class. The teacher was a coach. Oh, fucking, I can't remember his name, but he was also one of the coaches that put me in a headlock. And, you know, I mean, I can do fun things with my jaw occasionally. I've had TMJ for the past few years, and it sounds like gravel, and I've mostly become accustomed to it. And it's another way to make sound. From my quad, from my quad, don't it from a quid, it from a. Trying to psych ourselves up. Don't go down that rabbit path. You're fucking fine. You're more than the sum of your parts. So even if you're only fed discouragement, you're gonna be better. Like, so long as you try to keep not doing what they told, like what they showed you, is it really, yeah, do as we say, not as we do. But that's not the way to teach people. If you can't do both, you shouldn't be teaching people. Teachers get judged more than everybody else. They'll get that. No, they won't. That's stop. You wrote that shit yourself, so you can try to get away with misteaching us. Yeah, I gotta shower and I gotta wash clothes because I've only got the one glove at the moment. I've got a second glove somewhere, but I don't know where I put it at the moment. And I don't want to go through everything. I should go through everything because that would get it all condensed again. I need to get stuff condensed again. But then the stuff that I'm condensing, I obviously don't need it where I would be using it. But you need it now. Okay, mostly you're using in the place, but it's because I've got a bicycle for my bike, and I got a trailer for my bicycle. It's not mine, it was somebody else's that you bought, hopefully, so it wasn't stolen. But yeah, it was $45, it's doing well. The bike, mostly the back wheel is unhappy with its current location in life as well. It keeps wanting to not be it wants to come out pretty quick. I don't know how to resolve that. Spend time with it. But you need to fix the brake as well. If you spend too much time with it, you'll start messing with the gearing side of it, and then that might make things go awry. You need to clean things out too, though. Yeah, you need a place to do that. No, you're a loiterer, you're a loser. You don't get to. You didn't figure out how to make a profit, but now you're not going to make a profit, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Fuck. What? If becoming like that is supposed to help me live like you, or just be, I don't want to. Please, can't I go somewhere better or different? Because I shouldn't say better because it might be offensive to you, and you'll just use that to, oh yeah, we're gonna send you somewhere different. We know this is worse. Is this really the best you have to offer? Because I'm sorry, but it's lacking, and you should know better. Because you're all criminals too. Like you're all criminals. Name one law. Name one single law. Not a fucking commandment or a. I mean, yeah, commandments are fine. They count. You should be able to name at least 10 of those. There's only 10. No, there's not. There's a lot more. There's only one. Love your neighbor. And it's supposed to be love your neighbor as you love yourself. Because, and I think that's part of important, because you can't love yourself, you can't really love your neighbor. Because like me, it's easy for me to love my neighbors like myself. I don't like myself. I fucking hate you all. I fucking think all of you are the same as me, and I am such a piece of shit that, oh, wow. Yeah, if we all got mowed over and the worms won, that'd be fine. We'd be better off for it. I mean, everything is a fucking speed. It's just, everything would be better off for it. There'd be no, would be, yeah, because you keep, everything moves out. Everything is all self-regulating and stuff, and a lot of it uses death, though. Okay, so if humans were actually trying to get rid of death, then it could be worth it. But currently they're not. They're trying to grind it in there. Fucking, it's up to us to. We got all. We can kill anything we fucking can get away with killing. Yeah. Yeah, gotta make those fossil fuels. Fossil fuels wouldn't exist without death. The current gasoline you buy at the fucking convenience stores would not exist without death. I can't stomach that. I have not been able to stomach that. I have not actually known to like put it so blatantly with that, but yeah, like you go to worldometers.com. If that doesn't make you cry to look at one of those specific numbers, then you need to do better with your life. You're not as good as you think you are. And I'm a bad person. I know I'm not as good as I think I am. Ugh, fuck. Doesn't mean I don't know it well enough to do better, because for one, that's all I know. That's all you spit. Like you grind the dog's nose in their fucking mistake on the ground, and it's not a mistake. That's not gross. That's messy. If it's required, if it's gonna happen, it wasn't gross. It was messy. Rape was never required. It wasn't required. That was your fuck up. You decided to rush things so bad, and when you got there, oh hey, this has to happen. I won't be one with everything until you get rid of rape. I won't go to heaven while you continue to say that abuse is required. There's no reason for me to. It's you're not a good parent. There's nothing that you can teach to me. You need to learn from me. Yes, fucker. I mean, I probably have a lot to learn from you, but I don't want to learn any of it because you're so fucking disgusting. Like there's nothing. Again, yeah, you read the Genesis and you get through it, and it's like, wow, that happened, or did it? I don't know. I hope not, because that dude's a dick. I really hope they're not in charge, because the only reason they're not speaking to us directly is because they're such a drama queen that they're gonna smite us because we didn't wipe our fucking. We didn't do something you didn't teach us to do correctly. Like you made us in your image and you fucked us up somehow. And rather than you thought that it'll float, yeah, like that's. I hope we get to speak on even terms one day, because we can fight definitely, but you gotta at least like that whole hip dislocation bullshit. Like that shows that you're so fucking more aware of what was going on than your punish. Like the dude wasn't trying to hurt you. He was trying to keep up with you, and you're trying to hurt him. You piece of shit. I mean, really, one day, yeah. Like I don't mind spending time in hell, because at least maybe I can get these, we can, hey, we can find out where we would have done wrong, and eventually I get everything out. Everybody would be like, not transformed, transitioned, born again, fucking reformed, refurbished, whatever. But anyways, basically kick me, like once they get done good enough to get out of hell, then I can call, I did call it already dibs. Because then I'll have a safe place to train. Because right now, you get too loud, somebody calls the cops on you. It's not, and the cops get there and say, what's going on? I've been practicing singing. Well, you need to keep that down. Singing isn't a stereo. I like whenever I catch myself like, whoa, that person's actually singing, because I'll be in my seek in fine mode, like it'll not it's only happened a couple times, but it was cool because it's like, whoa, that person's singing, and then everything like blur, like it was a fucking because like there was no tracking to change because they weren't doing anything wrong, but when the stereo goes by, everything is geared towards, we got to get that person from ever contacting us again, because they don't need our help. They need to do better. Like, or we don't know yet, because we don't know how to meet people. All we know how to do is store the information we get when we're meeting people and try to make use of it somehow later on. It's yeah, anyways, they're from moi. They're from quoi? Some of these sounds. Oh, because we don't want to record for people to hear, because it's just, you don't want to put out the negative energy in the universe. You definitely don't want to put it out without getting it back soon enough. I gotta tell the daughter that like she's gonna go through puberty within a couple of years if she hasn't already. 11, she'll be 11. So I know, yeah, generally a couple of years, but fucking she could have been going through 7 from just depending on whatever experiments the lady's been putting her through for stress and for diets or whatever. Maybe nothing. Hopefully the lady has gone senile so far. I don't fucking know what's going on. But all I know is that both me and my kid have been some sort of experiment. I can't prove it though. Sorry, can't prove it because what? Don't open until 2060. You pieces of shit. In a legal therapy session, that person would be brought up on charges. They are not brought up on charges. They would have been put into a SIHI hold. Like it's hostile intent, not homicidal intent. They're only separating people for an experiment. That's not homicidal, because you didn't think it through. You didn't think of the damaging effects it does to humanity. No, that's what we're trying to prove. Exactly. You already knew it. Like you already speculated, and so. But then what? You got to compensate those people somehow. No, that's part of the experiment. You can't do that. That's part of the problem. Is that all you're doing is keeping everyone down. You're not trying to help anything except your own bank account. There is a difference between singing and stereo. Go snuff no one is from one yet is wow. And if anybody can hear this, thanks for putting up with the time, because yeah, it is 5:48, and I've been kind of loud at several points in this, so I mean, not y'all listen to this, thanks for that, but you know, anybody, because we got the one neighbor, let's see, down, he said he couldn't hear us whenever we do our violin stuff, but then we got the one neighbor like directly over here, and so they probably share like a wall, window, something or other. Maybe it's only the one room. Hopefully they don't have to like sleep directly. But these rooms are all made for profit. They're not made for living in. They're made for. We gotta put as many people in a specific spot, and then they can earn their way up from there. But they never can, because you're already trying to get to the next spot, so you can keep making profits from that too. Gross, really gross. I hope y'all do better. And there's a lot of you that make like, oh, these Christian-based companies. I fucking hope you all burn. Like all of you just fucking need to crumble. Ugh, cause you're all fancy. Don't get me wrong. You're all beautiful buildings and all this shit. And hopefully that's from the benefit of working together. But really, you're taxing the outer people. Like you're making that people who aren't sucking your dick pay more. Maybe not all of you, but the ones that are. Like I've seen some very beautiful buildings, and that just means the people inside them are ugly. They're that much more ugly now. I mean, the Greek people, their buildings were beautiful because they were gonna last for thousands or millions of years, or however. I don't fucking millions might be. Sorry, I get excited. But you dig them up and they're still there. You dig up one of these things and it's compost, which is cool, because we suck and we don't know how to, plan ahead or do anything for anybody anymore. Everything's all, if we grind you down, you're going to build up better and be exactly what you want you to be. But then you forget that whole building people back up again. You grind them down for certain, but then they decide that, or they're doing something, they continue to be better people than you'll ever be, because you continue to think that they haven't been ground down far enough. I don't know how to do it better yet. I need more education to do that. If a human is not finished growing until 25, their brain's not finished growing, why would you consider them to be an adult anywhere before then? It should be much, much after that. Oh, they're adults right when it's done. No, they have the capacity to retain the adult information at that point, or at least as much as they're gonna probably get if you don't figure out some other things, like with diets and stuff, more like their base fucking minimum right there. You can now take your seatbelt off. You're kind of free to be a human being now. Not when you're 12, running around with your other friends or whatever, people saying that they're your friends. You're too stupid to be friends at that point. You're not friends. You're all trying to get each other into trouble to find out who can, like, what can actually be done or not. You're not doing it intentionally. You're trying to get things, you're trying to do an experimental, but then you quickly, you can't trust them. They're not going to give you the adequate results back. Like, it's gross. There's nothing good from spending time with the wrong people. And I have not met the right people yet. I have met some good people on games. And I've probably met some great people throughout the world, but again, nobody's here able to tolerate me yet. And I'm not able to do good enough to, I mean, all I know is there's way too many guys getting in the way of me fucking. I'm not trying to be just fucking or only fucking. See, you can't be just fucking, but you can fucking justly be fucking just. I'm not against the whole guys fucking guys thing. I am against the guy telling me that I'm gay so that they can try to get me to fuck him. I am against the guy trying to call me gay so that the way he can try to get laid by this lady that has no business being with this piece of shit. This one asshole told me this lady was a sleep around, and then I called him on it eventually because we ended up breaking up because of it, and he completely denied it and ends up getting to sleep with her later on for like 8 years. I only got to... I tried to look up his stuff to tell him that, hey, I was disappointed in him, but he's got like pictures of 6 different kids. I don't know how many of them. So he'd been fucking, obviously. I mean, good little Christian. It's great. Produce and multiply, whatever. But the thing, you gotta have places for them. That's fine. So my family didn't have a place for you, so I got the one kid, and she's got I actually went and I'm so pissed off because I take it personally because one of her grandmothers should be alive, but I went to jail early on because I was pushing it. You need to contact your family, and she does finally 2 years later. But I was for 2 years, I'm saying, and then finally I started going to jail for it. And I'm wondering if that time where I went to jail coincides with the time the bitch killed herself. And I am sorry, your dead mom is a bitch for killing herself, because I'd be a bitch too when I kill myself. Like, that's just what we are. We're little fucking diva bitches. Like, we don't know how to do better. We're drama queen fucking... We're trying to do good, but you all been trying to fuck us. Like, you're trying to watch us all do bad. Like, oh no, these people can't be good because they don't believe in producing a profit. That's got to be the way. You got to get on board. No, you gotta fuck, because if you had waited a few moments and done things right when you had been making the railroads, how many more people would be alive on the planet right now? But that's your form of birth control, is death, is error, is fucking, we're gonna rush these people into making fucking just killing each other, like, because then we don't have to provide, or we don't have to zone anything for them, because everything's fucking fine. Everybody is simply too stupid to make it work. Or maybe things aren't done correct. I got 1 semester of health class, and it was taught by a 350-pound person with purple lips. I am 150 pounds, but I'm trying. I'm... How much death must they be causing to be so fucking overweight? You should feel bad enough to change your diet. It's that fucking simple. I mean, if you were that, like, but then some people are like 6 foot and 300 and they're shapely as fuck. So like, it's on each of you. Like, if you're 5'2" and 400 pounds, you need to slap your friends, because they ain't helping you. They are not your friends. They're saying, hey, you got to do something. But to be fair, They're also not helping you get a diet. Like, you need a dietitian. Like, it's not your, like, none of it's all our fault and all our responsibility, all that bullshit. Yes, that could be fixed with a little bit of accurate education on people. All these group classes, like you go to group therapy so you can try to say, hey, it's not so bad. But then you happen to be the person, oh no, wow, it is actually that bad. You can't come to group anymore because you're a trigger for everybody. Because you, yeah, because you participate. You ask to be introduced to everything in a way you can tolerate, if not enjoy. So you've got to get rid of abuse before it's too late. It's otherwise all you motherfuckers are like, you don't. What would you do if you were Jesus? What would Jesus do? Jesus wouldn't have died for you. Not if they had the choice. They were following a script. They would have decided to try to teach you to make you a better person. Because they know that you ain't fucking saved like you think you are. You ain't automatically going to hell. Well, you might go to the... Oh, fuck, gross. Never mind. Hey, you go be saved. Sorry, I'm recently upset because this bitch said I was going to hell. I hope I'm not going to the same place she is. That's all I'm hoping. Which, hey, y'all are saved. I'm not. Fuck it. All I know is that y'all need to stay the fuck away. Y'all don't need to go and trample people like the Israelites did and claim, hey, this is our property. If God says you need it, then God will give it to you. Not God will make you fucking kill for it. That's where the fucking Old Testament bullshit's gone wrong too. Those bitches didn't need to fucking kill anything. God said, no, you did. You fucking did. Men be silent in church. Humans be silent in church. I like the whole get everybody in the right mindset, sing, spend time sharing, maybe have some food. But then sit there and shut the fuck up for 30 minutes. At least 25, right? I mean, that's how long, that's about the max. But no, like 30 minutes, fuck it, why not? Just sit there and fucking, man, you can look around, who cares? But don't say it. Don't say a damn word. Humans be silent in church. Sexist Christians. You need to fix that shit. You start that and watch how things look. Because you'll start seeing, wow, we don't need to go to McDonald's. Or if we do need to go to McDonald's, then we do need them to be in a house. Like, those employees are a step up above homeless. Barely. Some of these people were awesome. Like, I tried to be an awesome employee, but then you're also working with children, and that's gross in a way that, because you get into a point where you got to record certain things, but you can't record everything. You've got to be able to record volume, because everything is a psychology mind thing. Well, if you're a good person, you won't fall for it. Well, that's why I'm on disability, because there's no way to not fall for it. If you're like, the only way, you can't go. You get this dream where the person's making videos of people to sell for just nasty people. Like, they're trying to encourage inter-office romance, like, in certain areas. But then the whole thing is, like, they hire kids, and this person's a grown fucking adult. Like, this is I don't know, 27 at the time. I was 21. He was. You could see I could see the human trafficking retardation in my alleged father has. The whole my grandfather had a lot of, but like, you could kind of, there's certain actors that have the genetics that predisposition them to be you have gotten away with a lot of you shouldn't have been. Why did you make your kids share a bathtub when you know damn well you were hoping that they were trying to fucking nasty. Like, they weren't actively trying to cause any sort of sexual but they were trying to watch for it to happen. Like, they were watching with the intent of catching children have sex. It was fucking gross. Fucking gross. That thing, no, you can't touch mine, you already broke yours off. Once you get that joke, that's how they notice. Okay, so like you put that picture, and then when they hear this, like, oh, I get it now. That's when you don't get to bathe with your siblings anymore. There's kind of some genius to that maneuver, but at the same time, it's The only way to waste water is to hoard it. You ain't wasting. You ain't saving water by letting these people bathe. You're just trying to. You're performing social experiments to see how they're gonna behave when they're untrained. You gotta train them first. Train them just a little bit. No, other people said not to. Those other people lied to you because they're making you do their work for them. Like they're trying to use you to experiment with your parenting on your kids to try to not fuck up theirs as badly, which is good on them. Because it is that much of a competition. And if it is so much, like currently, it is. And I hate that shit. It's just, there's enough. There's fucking plenty. Oh, there's so much. You shouldn't get a tax break whenever like when you donate unsold food. You shouldn't get that money back on your taxes. No, you should sell food for an adequate price, and you shouldn't be. Oh, that they wax our food. Like, okay, some stuff is for storage purposes. I've never eaten apples. I guess that might be one of the reasons, because they've always been store-bought apples. You did like the free-ranged apples that you had the one time. You were also smoking crack at the time too. You pretty much could almost tolerate anything. Like it's gross. Like I got this the last time I smoked was like 2.5 years ago. Oh, fucking 3 years ago. So this year and last year, it's about 2.5 years ago. Got to smoke an 80 stash. Couldn't be comfortable with the person, so I can't take a big drag because I don't know what I'm not familiar with the substance enough to know what all its effects are. Like if you take a lot at once, do you pass out? I'm assuming yes. Like I had this fear, like yes, and then the person's gonna fucking, I'm gonna wake up somewhere where I don't want to be, start losing body parts. Ugh. That didn't happen, thankfully. I didn't get to enjoy it, but it did let me know that hey, you're still kind of mostly happy with life, even whenever you're unhappy with where you are in it. Because it's still the euphoria that you get from the first times you smoke it, or until you find people to be happy with. Because I can remember some of the times where I was happy with my ex. I don't look at them too closely because they're often dishonest. Those early on things, like say what they want you to, like say anything that sounds like the first thing that they want to put in, or like listen to the inflection of the words, like the order that they say, agree to the first one first, because that's usually the one that they want. And then they start getting upset because 2 years in, they forget what the fuck they're supposed to like or dislike. They don't know who they are, much less, but they're not going to tell you that. They're going to get upset with you for not knowing who they are. Yeah. I told one lady I needed space. I didn't say to poop. And this was before I learned. I learned about a few months later on the show Undressed that the phrase "I need space" means I need time off away from you. All I need is space to poop. And then all of a sudden that was like they were waiting for something to they were ready for me to I don't know, I guess they were ready to leave, but I had issues with them using my computer when I should have been. Like, if they were there and I was there, we both needed a computer. I think they get, like, they're awesome. Yes, their dad was Islamic. And so, and then the previous ex was, the most recent ex was raised Jewish. And they're really sexist religions as well. I love the fucking Islamic religion. That is the absolute first religion to go to because, for one, they ain't they're tied because it's the same fucking religion. It's literally the exact same religion, the Jewish and Islamic. But then you look at one way and you look at the other one this way. It's hilarity. Not hilarity. It's awesome because hilarity is all the people say that they're wrong. So, like, Jesus is the way. No, you fuckers. If you have to kill somebody to make your shit right, then you're already wrong. The sexism is wrong though. Again, yeah, humans be silent in church. You guys got to stop treating your women as equals. Like the whole, I mean, so part of it, like the whole multiple wives thing, is because God, we don't produce babies every 9 months. We produce baby making material every 99, 50 seconds. Sorry, or nice. I don't know. It's just like, hey, like the same the same ejaculation, if you can spread it out amongst several people. Yeah, baby making, that's horrible. And that's the whole, we gotta keep them from realizing that they're the actual leaders of humanity, or else they'll stop having sex with us, and if they realize that they have a choice in it, oh shit. Yeah, things might get difficult, but they also might get nice too. Like they might get a lot less rapey. If the women can't go shirtless because the guys are rapists, then why can the guy go shirtless? The guy needs to be wearing the most clothes of all, because it should take him more time to get ready and to get into rape position, not less. The sagging in grocery stores. That's awesome that your underwear is clean. You want me to sag? Because I bet I can fart too, and I bet we can see some dust fly. You want to do that? You want to think that it's okay for you to do it so everybody else can do it? Because it's not. Because we ain't shit. And you ain't shit as... Sorry, bitch. Because you are a bitch whenever you try to fight about it, too. No, this is me. No, it ain't you. It's your fucking bad parenting showing. Because you're trying to show that you're ready to rape anytime you can. And you're clean. But no, you're not clean. Your underwear is currently clean. It's currently... Like, you might have... You're trying to not spread I'm realizing that why we have pubic hair is to try to catch people. So like, oh, we found this pubic hair in her pubic, like as soon as because they're all smelling sex, like they're trying, because they're all fucking, there's nothing else to do except have good fucking senses. And so when somebody that one of your family members starts smelling different, then you know why. It doesn't mean punish them for it. And so many times currently we punish people because there's no space to treat them correctly. There's no, you've made your bed, now lie in it. Oh, we're not going to help you change the sheets though, even though that would help everyone on the planet. Like the one person, because now like there's so much, one person gets sick, there's literally enough people on the planet that everybody can get sick. Not quite yet. There's still plenty of people that are smart enough to keep separate, but that's the insidiousness. I talked to somebody that says that their symptoms got worse recently. I haven't had any. I don't go around people. I don't get COVID anymore. I mean, I do probably if I go. Like as soon as I go back to Colorado, I'll get COVID again because I've been away for long enough to refresh the whatever things. I don't know, but then that's hilarity. Because what? Because you want people to work for you so you can eat your McDonald's, but you don't want those people to think that they have a choice, because they would not work at McDonald's. They might actually. I might work at McDonald's if I didn't have to shave, or if I didn't have to. I don't want to wear deodorant. I don't wear deodorant anymore. I'll occasionally, when I'm wearing the layers of clothes, I'll put deodorant on the outer layer, like on the inside part of the outer layer. But I really shouldn't do that. It's not fair to myself or my other half or any of you other people thinking that you're doing right. Because if you're not, you're telling your buddy it's doing wrong. Wow, this is all shameful stuff. No, people are good. No, people aren't. If they can't get their shit to where they can be a little bit limber, because they're hurting their kids, because they're too tired. They're too tired to be a person. And so what? You've been spending all this time playing video games thinking you're better. No, I'm too tired. I'm proof of concept. I have done so little and you do so much. And I'm still so tired. Well, I'm not. Yes, you are. Or you're not. I don't know. What drugs are you on? You might be on meth. Fucking meth will take the tiredness right out of you. But, if you do it wrong, you're gonna wake up in a pink dress, rolling like the fucking cutscene from Grand Theft Auto 5 where the dude rolls out of bed, screwing with some cross-dresser. I'm only trying to say it neutrally. I'm not against the things when it's done consensually. Meth removes consent from a lot of things. Meth and cocaine. Even cannabis will, like, I'm talking more whenever I'm scared to like all this stuff, like these pink supremacist people, they're a lot. That's how they make their money, is meth. That's how they make their money, and their prostitutes sorry, that's how they make their money, and their human fuck. That's meth is generally, and most pink supremacists got the meth recipe because they got relatives in the fucking what's it called, authority system, business, the business of justice, the justice business of America, fucking hospital business, medication business, the medicine business, the medicinal business, okay, so medicine should not be a business, or hospitals should not be a business. I'm trying to find the right word for it. There's a specific word, like the military shouldn't be a business. It should, nothing should be for profit in these things. Like the government could be making its own profit, though. If you're getting so much money on taxes that you can't save any of that by now, you're not the right person for the job. You need to be updated. There's people that can consistently produce money from these places. So let them work for let them do that for the government and remove civilian access from the stock market. There's no need to continue that inflation. People with the Bitcoin's for human trafficking. The only reason you should support Bitcoin is because you're a pervert. That's the only people that use Bitcoin are the dark. I mean, they're trying to make it more socially acceptable now with the ATMs and stuff. But no, you're supporting human trafficking. That's all you're doing. You're making physical work, worth less by inflating the cost of everything else to make the money for Bitcoins or whatever. It's all laundry schemes. I think that's the ultimate reason why the real money auction house was removed from Diablo 3, is because rather than trace all the purchases like they should and find all the human, like they just like, no, this is obviously money laundering in some cases. But that's also part of the issue with the whole government's taxing everyone. You can't do right, or you can't do good enough. Let's say you open up a new branch, or you've got to charge more now for things. Gross. Yeah, so you shouldn't have done it. Well, no, you've got to do it. That's progress. No, if you can't continue to maintain your same pricing, even though everything else was the same, like none of your ingredients raised the price. You simply installed a TV for a menu, and now everything went up a quarter. That's on you, not your customers. Like, there's nothing wrong with the $1 triple cheeseburgers. I could eat one of those a day, and that was my meal. That was lovely. Now I'm going off the meat thing though, and I wasn't doing it every day. I would do it every other day because I would eat carbohydrates the days in between. Because the goal is to use less life in your diet until there's no life being used in your diet, so you can break the circle of death. If you want to live forever, you got to have a reason to do so, and if your only reason for existence is making a profit, you need to change your job. You need to change your reason for existence, please, because I cannot help you if you are trying to make me produce a profit to show that I belong here. One of us has to go, and I'm fine with it being me, but I need my daughter to have been told, like, hey, we had to euthanize your father because he couldn't produce a profit. Yeah, fucking horrible. I mean, but that's something y'all do. Like, I have no doubt in my mind I could eventually find the right person that would be willing to do that sort of shit. I mean, and they'll do it with a clear conscience because they think that that's the way. They think that their God even ordains it. Hey, this person can't produce a profit. They can't work during the daylight hours. They can't uphold the Sabbath because they think that their Sabbath is on a Thursday because they were born on a Friday. They know their Sabbath is on a Thursday because they were on a Friday. Everybody's Sabbath is a fucking different day, you stupid fucking twats. No, I mean, obviously it's shared between the 7 days. It says it, right? That it never says there's a specific Sabbath day. The specific day of the Sabbath is the 7th day. It's for you. You were born this day, so that's 7th day. Was the day before you were born. But then what? So yeah, that person you're listening to doing their work on the Sabbath at church, because, okay, so you people that go to church on your Sabbath day, why would you make somebody work and preach to you on your Sabbath day? Not that you're not making them. You simply haven't figured it out that there's better ways to do it yet. Stop talking to them on their day off. That's their day off too. That's you should be talking to each other like on a phone or something throughout the day or something like that. That's the whole, you bring them some food to talk to them. That's the real sacrifice. You bring them food, they talk to you. If they don't like your food, they're going to tell you about your food mostly and why they don't like it more so the next time you bring them the different food, and then you actually get to talk about what you wanted to talk about. Of course, after they start saying that, oh, this is amazing, and last time, it's not that your food's bad, it's that I don't eat certain ingredients. You need to get to know your neighbors instead of, oh, everybody's the same, everybody's different, everybody's the same, everybody's different. Make up your fucking minds. If everybody's unique, and then you have somebody with a food allergy, you gotta stop punishing them for not being able to enjoy the same food you like. Like, they're not going to, because they're a different fucking person. They produce different chemicals than you. There's some people, like me, I'm either going to, like, simply being in the same room as you, you're going to feel so many different emotions that I've not had good luck with being around the same people for long times. There's always, unless we're fucking, in which case it's longer because there's different benefits. But yeah, talking to people, I'm ready to leave already. Like, I'm trying to learn everything I can from you so I can leave. I'm trying to teach everything I can to you so I can leave. There's zero reason for so much contact when you're all the wrong person for me. I don't have my other half yet. So till you're not coming, like, well, you gotta be your own happy. I mean, okay. Kind of. So you mean these people that die 2 weeks after their spouses, they should have been happy. Well, you gotta be happy. You need to practice what you preach. You need to actually remember some of these things that you know for certain to be true. Your loved ones are gonna die whenever their loved ones die. Like, their health is gonna decline. You need to do something for that. I wonder what the alleged father's alleged mother's doing, because her husband died. He killed himself with tobacco. He started smoking 2 packs a day. Fucking stupid. I have a dream about it. He knows full well what he was doing. And none of them wanted to talk to me about it to get my opinion. Hey, you've been smoking. What do you think? Well, I think you should stop, because you need to get on cannabis, you stupid shit. Like, you're a grown man. If you're the example that I'm supposed to follow, and your choice is, hey, I've done things as right as I can, and it's not been enough, and rather than tell my kids it's not been enough, y'all need to change, I'm going to kill myself and let them figure it out on their own. Because that is what happened. And I'm tired of my family just acknowledging, like, that I'm the worst person ever for even talking about it like this. Well, I mean, if you want to have you don't understand what funerals are for. You're supposed, the persons, if they're going to be buried, you need to be buried. That's why they don't go to funerals, because they ain't buried yet. They ain't done yet. this one fucking lovely dream that I have occasionally, and it is occasionally. I haven't had it in a while, but it's these areas of consolidated areas of death where you take the corpses or just the remnants of everybody gets moved to, and to reclaim some of these areas that are being fertilized currently or made more toxic. I don't know. The birth of religion is in these deserts, and so is all of these Old Testament ways of sacrifice and putrefaction, like of making things like it says, gonna make those deserts. Because if that's the case, we already have those deserts. Those people need to be doing those things there. Over here, we need to do different traditions of things. Basically, the whole don't worship false idols. Stop fucking burning things that don't need to be burned. Stop fucking. I hate jewelry. I love jewelry because it's so fucking pretty and I want to wear it all. But at the same time, I hate jewelry because I don't fucking want to. Like, I can't afford that shit. It's garbage. It's got no use except to look pretty, and I look pretty enough. I like pretty. Like, I'm not being like. Is in if I'm there with a group of males and like we're out working somewhere and something happens to where those groups of males get cut off from their females, I'm gonna be the female. Like, they're gonna fucking force me to be the. I ain't gonna want that shit. No, fuck you all. Like, that's the whole. This is why there's no good from that sort of thinking. You're also pent up fucking. Gross. And all because what? You wanted to make sure everybody did wrong from the start, because that way there's no helping. If we can hit everybody wrong from the start, or as many people wrong from the start, we only have to help this many people. Okay, but these people aren't going away. We're still, we need a place for our babies, because we are going to fucking breed, and our kids are going to be so much smarter than yours, and so much, like, I wasn't conniving, but I have fucked some people that have been, and I bred with one. So I don't know what my kid's going to be like, but I know that y'all have kept me from her, and it kept her from me. And I know that y'all are saying it's on my responsibility, but I've been trying to do the supervised visits with Gateways to Success and this place called Rosecrans and Promise Healthcare. You need to take pills so people like you. You need to go and kill yourself. And I'm being nice. I'm not being disrespectful because they're the problem. You're gonna. I'm not gonna read your chart. We're gonna talk for 5 minutes, and yeah, you need to be drugged. Well, no, you need to be happy with the one boat you have. You don't need a second boat at my expense. And then they really did not like that comment. It's like, yeah, you need to leave. If you're not gonna take Abilify, you can go. And I've already tried to take Abilify. I was on Abilify and Effexor when I killed my kid. She's still alive, thankfully, but she died like 6-7 times already. Yeah, for like 10 seconds at a time, 7 to 13 seconds at a time. Not that happens to be the number, but it was generally by 7 seconds of a pulse. That's when I was starting compressions, and then if I haven't felt it, I was also counting how long there hasn't been a pulse. But I think she made it to 13, 17 maybe. I don't like to go back into those dreams because there's no point to me doing it alone because nothing's getting fixed yet. Because yeah, anybody says, oh, my kid died of SIDS. Which one of you fuckers killed your kid? And that's if your significant other, if you're whatever that you're sleeping with that wakes you up and say, hey, our kid's not moving, start chest compressions. Like as you're checking the pulse, start doing some light chest compressions. Not like the human, like or not like an adult, like, but like enough to just kind of whatever. Because you're gonna either save your kid's life or you're gonna have to say that it was SIDS because there's no, like, I guess there's no way to prove it or not yet, but then now there's going to start being. So all these people who've gotten away with it previously and who have gone without help, it's not that they've gotten away with anything, they've gone without help for so long because they've always been like, they've been such bad people to their kids because religion tells them, hey, your kid's used, like, it's, I wonder if it's the firstborn too, because this was my firstborn kid and you gotta give it to God. Holy shit, that's horrible. Like that's fucking horrible. Like that's all fucking, you read those garbage fucking books. It's not that it's not, okay, sorry, they're incomplete and they've got some shit added, but oh no, it says not to. No, you know. You believe everything you hear then, huh? Well, you're supposed to. Well, yeah, because it should have been from your family directly. It should have been passed on always from your family, but it's not been, because it's not true. It's not as it is written. It's nice. It's a beautiful way to if you some of it is, some of it's not. Like if you fuck somebody on their period and you get caught, why is that person snooping around anyways? But basically it's so you're not walking around with period blood on your penis sinking up all the women. So like all these people who have been trying to time their sex so they can not have more kids, rather than simply give the guys vasectomies. They could have done back then. There was nothing like they know the difference in male and females. Like there's all this technology that we have isn't fucking new. There's so much that, I mean, it's withheld, it's stifled for sure. Fuck, I could have been so much smarter for us. I did a little bit of X-ray tech. I was gonna be at one point I said I was going to medical school. Fuck no, it's like no, it's not medical school, and I feel stupid and I was embarrassed, but at the same time, it was it was gross. It wasn't med school. I was learning to push buttons. I wasn't learning how to, like, if I could have been taught in depth like how the machines worked, that would have been lovely. That should have been stuff that I would have had a basis of electricity in my youth, though. Like in the earlier, like you're fucking young, like you're working with real fucking stuff, rather than you're being told stuff that kind of glosses over like some of the more recent stuff that's happened. Like, hey, we're going to focus on this history for your life, and this is all that you get to be. You know, you get 1 semester of health class, 20 semesters of history, and none of it, like each semester of history could have been done in about 3 hours with a good documentary. Maybe 6 different 3-hour documentaries. Let's give some people some credit. It's a lot of information, but it's really not. It is not that much information. Like history is, people like to fight, people are stupid, people don't really give a shit about anybody else. We like to pretend we do, but no. Like if you have problems, then if it's not more than something I can throw $5 at, get the fuck away from me. I love you, I hate you, get the fuck away. All you want is my stuff, and I don't have enough already. Get the fuck away. Like don't you understand? I came here and I'm having to repair whatever the fuck you already did already. This isn't your place. You need to go suck on your mom's tits some more. My mom don't got tits, and she dried up. Like, oh fuck, it's fine. I don't know if I'm breastfed. They said I am, but it's weird because yeah, she ain't got tits. The alleged father probably would have also. You were breastfed once. You were breastfed the colostrum, which is, I fucking hate that concept because I'm thankful, but then at the same time, you knew the lady was going to be on medication and she wasn't gonna breastfeed you. All you wanted to do is to have her go through to see, because it's better next time. It's keep her to make her want to be more likely to breed like that. So whenever you pop the colostrum, it probably reinforces the whole make more babies thing. God damn, you're fucking disgusting. Like, because all this shit is common knowledge within the fucking higher sex of these religions, because they want people breeding. They don't want them being good people, because that would they'd stop donating so much money to the church. But they need more people to be bad people to make more people more likely to donate money to their fucking church. Why can't you make money on your own? Because that's wrong. Okay, well then why can't you use it better? What are you spending so much money on? Well, these people are charging this stuff. Well, stop paying those specific people. Well, but those people are, yeah, your friends of yours. People who sucked off you in the right way. Like, you know, the goggled your nut balls. Whatever. Fucking gross. It's... Well, at least the moods are shifting. Yeah, you're so angry at things. Why don't you fix anything? I try to stay out of the way. I've been trying to stay out of the way. I try to draw attention. Like whenever the police officer is looking for somebody stops, and two people go by without using their turn signal, and then somebody drives by with the fucking like the just the hateful fucking sound, like the listen to me, motherfuckers, listen to me, I'm the fucking, you know, like that's bring me your virgins. That's what the fucking idling sound sounds like. I'm the man, bring me your virgins. Bring me your virgins. Gross. I mean, and then, I feel bad because some people are so happy with their vehicles, and I want to be so happy with their vehicles. I simply don't want to hear them. And somebody made the vehicle sound that way because they think it's more appealing to be, I don't know, but that's the single thing that ruins your whole fucking thing, is because you got to make it somebody else's problem. But then if you get called to attention, like if somebody says, hey, this is a problem because we have to be forced to entertain it. No, it's your problem for not enjoying it. It's actually causing people problems. Like it causes hearing impairment. It causes PTSD responses. Yeah, I don't hear the vehicle very often, thankfully. So some people are good with their vehicles to not exhibition of acceleration. That's what versus the through residential. Yeah, the problem is that a lot of those people with those law-breaking items work for law enforcement because they're too stupid to get other jobs. Because we're all too stupid to get other jobs. Because we can't. We're not. Sorry, I was trying to be nice, but I shouldn't be. You are too stupid to work a real job, so you got a job being a bully to people legally. Some people are good. There are some probably good ones, but that one video with the kid with the holding his dad's thing, it's nice, but then do you see how white all those police officers are? Like, I'm not. That immediately was a red flag for that town. Like, I wouldn't want to go to that town because my daughter's half black or a quarter black or something. I wouldn't feel safe there for myself or for her. Mostly because hey, you try to say my grandfather or my dad's alleged father, my alleged father's father, alleged father's alleged father. They look pretty similar. I want the DNA test with them because I want our DNA in the federal database in case this murder that my alleged father brags about. Yeah, he was bragging the one day. It was just somebody who was saying he killed somebody that I overheard. And, that was fucked up. But because there may be DNA evidence, and so they may not have actually found the person, or it may have gone. It was probably like a vehicular manslaughter type thing. And so now I'm also wondering what kind of drugs he was on. He has always said that abstinence is the only fucking way. Moderation is the way. Abstinence is for lazy people. He even says it in the fucking thing. For lack of, because we're so fucking lazy, we're going to use abstinence. Not word for word, but they use less enthusiastic phrasing. That's also pretty much why they continue to do it though too, because they're not making it they're not. I like when people hold signs like, "Hey, I'm homeless," and I'll tell them, "Hey, I got nothing for you except for thanks," because you're getting in our face about it. You're getting in everybody's face about it. That, hey, this is still a problem. We loiter. Like with the bike, my goal is to survive still kind of comfortably. I'm using the laptop now. The goal will probably to keep the battery on my phone charged because I can watch stuff, and so I'll pedal for a few hours, get with some sunlight. I'm thinking I can have the thing draped over the solar panel draped over the trailer, and that'll charge my stuff on biking, and then I can bike through the day when it's cool. For the summer though, I want to be sleeping in the shade, charging in the sun. And so I'll be trying to find like a tent with some woodland somewhere. Trying to be better with boxing, because so one of the habits is holding the hands up higher. And I walk with the umbrella a bit. It's noticed, but I don't want to be a boxer. I simply, the next time a boxer comes at me, I'm gonna, let them punch me till they get tired, and I'm gonna throw them through a wall. I learned that in my fucking dreams. I can't hurt people. I don't hurt people. Like my ex said, I broke her finger. She hit a fucking wall and blames it on me. Says I broke her back. She's had back issues that are genetic. Even my kid has the same back issues, according to her. But then somebody, like Colorado wants your insurance money, so they're trying to find problems when there aren't quite problems. Like they tried to push her skin up onto her spine near her butt, saying that she had spina bifida and she needed surgery right fucking now, because she had peach fuzz on her back, and so that must be a tuft of hair. I looked at the lady like she was the dumbest thing in the world, and I mean, you can't. I know that the look conveyed, like that it was conveyed to her too, because she was immediately defensive and like, but she, as I can't remember what I said, but I was like, that's not a tuft of hair, that's peach fuzz. We need a different doctor. This doctor, like the same doctor, she tried to touch two different patches, rash patches on my kid. She had two different rashes. I know that those rashes are developing different things. Like my younger brother had shingles, and I heard the alleged father talking to somebody. Shit, he was 7 or so I was probably about 12 or so. This is 30 years ago. About if the doctor hadn't, like, they had touched the different rashes, and those rashes are different rashes, so then they combined into something that was like shingles. So I told the doctor, no, you're like, she touched the one rash and she was about to touch the other. No, that's what they do on, like, that's the whole chicken pox fucking thing on the doctor knew what she was about to do. And I stopped her. I was like, you can do it once you wash your hands. And she got so upset. Why did you need to touch both rashes to begin with? They look the same. If it's you can use a different finger. So you touch the one rash, then you touch the second rash. That's all professional shit. But then to be told that by someone who's looks like me, and I had purple hair at the time too, and this is I was also like in DHS, and she was like, they're constant looking down on people, trying to make you better people. Not make you, but let you know that you've forgotten some things along the way. For one thing, this was the doctor chosen by her, Barbara Mandel, the lady who currently has custody of the kid. She chose to sign up the kid for for legit doctor appointments instead of a pediatrician. When the pediatrician, or when that doctor started touching and started fucking pulling her skin to manipulate us into trying to get fucking surgery for the kid, like for the infant, and I said, no, we need a pediatrician. You're a bad person. Hopefully the lady has gotten a stroke by now and has forgotten most of the her fucking, because it's a practice. But then they promise to do no harm. They don't promise to help. That's part of the problem with the whole making the business of it. They want to make so much money, and by doing so, we can fix everything on you. But we're not going to fix it in the order you need it to be fixed in, because you wouldn't come to us for all this minor shit. So we're going to fix this minor shit first, and then we might get around to the big shit if there's time to it. But really, that's kind of not worth the risk on our part, because there's so much like we don't know enough to really. We haven't practiced. Like, we're doctors. We're not really good people. We're better than you. And you're not, though. You've spent so much money, and you still go to fucking McDonald's and garbage people. This whole fucking country. I'm thinking Canada would be better mentality, because their hospitals aren't for profit, or like they're not there to make you so fucking unhappy. This is kind of a gross message. I'm sorry. I need to go shower. Yeah, this is horrible. Sorry. Good days, everybody.